Okay, so we now are going to transition over and talk about something that's happening. Okay. So Walt Gray's going to walk over. I'll start to tell this story. So we know that today is a special day.
It's a big deal.
It's a special day. It's an important day for Sacramento. I know you're new to town.
Yes.
I know you're in. You've been here for a couple. But anyone who is all about the spirit of Sacramento and wanting to see our sports teams and the franchises continue to grow, here is the day. So today's the day because our current team, Sac Republic FC, correct, Walt Gray?
Correct,
is going in front of a committee in New York City.
The MLS committee, the big cheeses.
MLS committee.
Yes.
To say we want an MLS squad here.
We want it now.
And we want it now.
Yes,
We're one of 4 teams on the short list?
We're one of 4 cities.
Okay, excuse me, 4 cities.
Yeah, that would like to have, they're allowing 2 franchises.
Okay, so what are the 4 cities?
There's Nashville, Detroit, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
That's how they say it. And
in school today.
Sacramento. So 4 cities vying for 2 spots. They're making their final presentations today. Everybody knows already what's going on. So this is just, you have to go through the dog and pony show today in New York City. And then by the end of the year, which is the end of this month, we should get a decision. This just seems to me it's been stagnant for like 2 years now. The same stuff over and over and over again.
How does it look for us? Do you think that we'll get one of the bids?
I think the biggest story of this is if we did not get the team. I think that would be a huge story because it seems like we have it. We've done everything and then some.
What makes you believe that, though? I mean, someone had specifically said
the
something.
Commissioner of the league, Don Garber, said it's not if but when we get a franchise. So they're going to allow 2. If they don't let us in now, I don't know when the next round would be within 5 years. So it would seem that it's all coming down to right now and good stuff for us.
Okay, Michelle, what are you seeing on Twitter?
Okay, so this is somebody who's there. These are fans that are supporting Sac Republic.
I love
right
it.
outside. They have their red on. They're
And
so
the
excited.
What is the
The hashtag bring it home.
Bring it home.
Bring it home.
Hashtag bring it home. So these are all the people outside in their support for us to get an MLS team. Like, this is very exciting.
Sac Republic FC
Are there a lot of
owner.
women here?
Women.
I feel like there should be a lot of women here.
No, they'll be at the games.
True.
They'll be at the games, but we'll go into that in a second.
Yes.
But let's talk about who's there for this big presentation, right? So we have Sac Republic FC owner Kevin Nagel.
Correct.
And who from the 49ers?
Jed York,
Okay.
who's the legacy of the DeBartolo family. So he's there. You mentioned Kevin Nagel. Mark
Kings
Friedman,
owner,
who's a minority owner of the Kings. So they're getting all the big wigs together to show that, hey, we got regional support for this team. And so that's where it is right now. So
mayor,
I would
Mayor
think
Steinberg.
we're up against some cities that have a lot of money that can throw at this.
Is that the only thing that
Yes.
we don't have on the docket, but we
Yes.
have everything else?
We
have-
have fan support.
We have
Huge
fan support, but we do have a chink in the armor, and that is that there need to be more investors to step up if we're given this. So if the league is looking at guaranteed money, they're going to go with Detroit. They may go with Nashville. They may go with Cincinnati. But those cities have the big money, but they don't have a new stadium in the works. So they have issues too.
And we do, and it's
We
over
have
rail yards.
everything but some guy to show up with a fat paycheck, a fat wallet, and say, okay, so that's the only thing we're lacking. We have 10,000 season tickets ready to go.
Wow.
A lot of interest. The fans have supported
Stadium
Sac
plan.
Republic FC so far for the last couple of years. It's a wonderful event to go to. Their home games, it's almost like a craft beer tasting that has soccer. It is
soccer.
It is such a cool vibe.
Okay.
Even if you're kind of on the fence about going to a soccer game, it's just you're there and the battalion is playing and singing the whole game, and there's good food and there's beverage, and you take your kids, and it's youth soccer leagues. It's a good vibe.
And athletes and women, I mean, the athletes are a big draw.
There's plenty of scenery for the ladies too.
If you will. And some men even.
Lots of scenery for the ladies.
Michelle, I am new to town.
No, I know you are.
It's a cool.
All I'm saying,
I hope it
soccer
works.
is so much fun
Yeah,
to
it
go
is.
see live.
Right.
When I was living in Italy and Spain, I would go regularly because those fans were some of the most intense in the world.
Over there,
Those
especially.
two countries, you can't pick really two more countries where it's any. I mean,
Italy,
you could throw
España.
Brazil into there, or Argentina,
true.
but when you talk about Italy and Spain, that's
Juve.
big. That's big. That's big.
Okay, somebody on Facebook has asked a question. Maybe you guys can answer. I think I already know the answer though. But Lisa Wilson Clark, she wants to know, where will the field be located?
Down at the rail yards.
Okay, so right
which
now
is-
they're going to be playing at Papa Murphy Park if we
Yep.
could get a
That's
team.
a name.
Yeah, and even if we don't get an MLS
Sponsored
team,
by
I think that the Sac Republic, as it is in the United Soccer League, would continue. I don't, it does well. They draw. So
Wait, say that again. You think we will maintain a USL team?
I'm saying if for some reason we did not get an MLS
we
team,
would maintain.
the template and the groundwork has already been set that we can support a professional soccer team in town. And I'm assuming that the Sac Republic would continue in its current
As
form
is.
in the USL if the MLS doesn't work out as quickly as we would like. And it's going to anyway for the next year or two before the MLS comes in. Even if we're approved this month, it'll be another year or two before that rolls out. So we would still have another couple of years anyway of Sac
True.
Republic in the United Soccer League.
Someone brought up today the level of noise, because when you bring in a stadium, it's not just going to be used for soccer games. There's only how many a year? Maybe 13 if there's X amount throughout
About
the
that.
season.
Sure, that's accurate.
Okay, so if it's used for concerts or outdoor concerts,
I'm
what
here
does this
for it.
mean? But what does this mean for the surrounding communities? Is there a big surrounding community?
Around the rail yards,
haven't been down
that's
there.
industrial. It's zoned industrial. It's all an industrial complex. They are going to put up apartments and all of that stuff surrounding this. This will be the kind of the centerpiece for the development. So if you're going to buy a condo or rent an apartment down there and you don't know there's a stadium going up, that's on you.
Yeah, buyers
Okay.
beware.
But yeah, it's not like they're going to sneak a stadium in there when you rent. I mean, you know that there's the potential. So if you complain about noise and you fully well knew that right out your back window is a stadium, then you're a little, hey, sorry about that.
So I live in Philadelphia, maybe a mile down the road from the Eagles Stadium, Phillies, and the Flyers. They're all right there in
Right.
a little triangle. I love being that close to a stadium because on all the major holidays, and even for the games, there are fireworks that you can see.
Yeah.
And now, if you're smart,
Yeah.
you get yourself a little balcony and you can hear concerts
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
without even having to go.
Wow,
Kind of
that's
just overlook
When
Looking,
Beyonce
yeah.
was in town,
Wow.
I went anyway, but you could rock
Right.
out at your house.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that just south of the rail yards, you do have public transportation at your disposal. You have the RT, you have the Amtrak area right there, so it's almost a hub and very easy to get to. If you are like, oh no, the parking is going to be an issue at the rail yards.
Good
no,
point.
you have public transportation right at your disposal.
Yeah, it depends if you're
extended-
into that,
Yeah,
right?
they extended RT down that way to Richards, and it's called, the area is called Sector 9, and it's a beautiful little port there for RT. So that's all there already, assuming that we're going to get something down there, whether it be a stadium or development of residential apartments, condos, or whatever. That's already set, so that's a good point, Michelle.
Michelle brings up a good point, though, about being able to use public transportation, because one of the big things when a stadium comes into town is, what is this going to do to traffic? And how's it going to impact my drive home? Because leaving at 6:30, maybe there's a game at 7:30, how long is it going to take me to get back?
Sure.
Use public transportation.
Yeah, and this will
It's gonna
hopefully
take you
help
right
that.
there.
Yeah, if people are starting to use it more and are more comfortable with it, right, then maybe we'll have more of that kind of community. And that's just something that personally, as a millennial, I'm interested in seeing more of, right? A town that's bustling in that way. But I know there are a lot of people watching now going, again, what does this mean for the prices? What does this mean for the cost of living here in town?
And it's already expensive.
And it's already, you've already seen that. Where do you stand on that, Walt? Someone who's been here for...
Well, as a homeowner,
Yeah.
if any of this increases my home value, I'm all in favor of that.
Right.
If I'm a renter, this is going to raise my rental rates,
Correct.
so that's not so good. So it depends
Right.
on what side of the fence you're on. I think
Right.
the only people who would suffer from that would be renters, because the property owners who would be renting to
Their value
are going to
just
see
goes
an
up.
increase in value. So, if you can afford to buy a home or something, that would be
Yeah.
good.
All I want for Christmas is not having my rent to go up.
It wouldn't happen that fast. I
Yeah.
don't
do it.
You ask, you don't ask for much, so hopefully that'll work out for you.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Easy
You
to
don't
please.
ask for much.
yeah.
I want you to, let's go ahead and turn this around. So Mayor Daryl Steinberg tweeted
he
this.
was this was an hour ago. He said, incredible welcome from our Indomitable fans at MLS HQ headquarters this morning. Thank you for making the trip, braving the cold, and sharing Sacramento spirit with New York. Let's hashtag bring it home, Sac Republic. You can see that he tweeted that this morning. So he is there, and their presentations are at 10:30. That you said Eastern time.
There was some rumblings online that 10:30, so 7:30 our time.
Okay, so he's already inside
was
the
an hour
building,
ago.
prepping.
It
So
looks like they were walking in. So we'll see what happens. I don't know how much. Do we know how much we're going to learn today
No.
after a presentation?
I think each city will walk out and they'll say, we gave it our best shot. We feel real good about our
Right.
chances. The committee seemed interested in what we had to say.
Sure.
This is your boilerplate stuff. And then, and then within the next couple of weeks, the league will meet, or they may meet today after the presentations, and then some announcement could be made sooner than later. But that's pretty cool. There were like
fair.
like 40 or 50
With the
soccer
flags.
fans that flew overnight on their own nickel, and they just went, and they're doing this on their own. I mean, it's the fever that is
what do you think?
that is Sacramento.
The fever that is Sacramento. What do you think the current players on the USL team, our current Sac Republic FC team, how are they feeling this morning, do you think?
bet
If
they're
you were to
excited.
but would they be? Because if an MLS team comes here, what happens?
They're out.
Really?
Well, they are the current edition of the Sac Republic is like a AA professional soccer team, and the team we're talking about coming in a couple of years is Major League. So likely none of the players on the current Sacramento Republic would be playing on this new
go
team.
up, right.
So, but athletes, professional athletes, deal year to year to year. So for them, it's like next year they're going to be here anyway. The year after that, it would be the same. This is 3 years down the road, likely.
Right.
So athletes deal in game to game, season to season.
Sure.
So the current players, this really is just outside noise to them, and probably doesn't affect. I'd be shocked if one player on this team would be on the MLS team in 3 years if we got it.
Going back to the
That's just how it is.
How about coach-wise? Same thing?
Coaches could be the same. The coaching staff, the support staff, all of the staff. It's just the on-air, just the on-field players would change, but everything else could stay the same.
So
All right.
Kimberly Morgan, back to the traffic concerns, she said the same concerns were brought up about traffic when the Golden One Center came into play, but she said honestly,
Huge.
traffic hasn't been that bad.
Huge. What the advantage is with Kings games and events is that those games and events start around 7:30 p.m. at the Golden One Center. Most of the people who work downtown are state employees who are done around 4 or 5 p.m. and exit. So on a Friday, traditionally in Sacramento, you have people exiting at 4 and 5 p.m., and it's literally a ghost town down there.
is.
True.
What the Golden One has brought people, a second wave of people back in. So traffic really for Golden One events hasn't been a stressor, except for the number of people driving back into town to try to find parking and all that kind of stuff. But the exiting traffic is generally gone by the time the new Golden One Center people are coming in at 7 or so.
It's a pretty good system that they have
It
going
is.
on then.
We're lucky.
We are
We're
lucky.
lucky we have state employees downtown who, they clear out.
Yeah.
Which allows another wave of people to come in, and you're not, all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Does that make
Nobody
sense?
wants
Yeah, no, I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm
taking it
just
all
letting it all and digest, if you will, because I hadn't really been that excited. I just hadn't thought about it much with the MLS team coming until today. I don't know if there was something on Twitter. I don't know if it's something. I don't know. It was this conversation we had where I'm like, yes, I am all in for this, and I will be at the games.
Yeah, it's
now
a
you
fun.
guys need to
It's a lot
go.
of
It's
fun.
We
really
will.
fun.
Will.
It's so much fun.
Please come
The
to our
games-
town.
The games are so much fun.
I'm
They
actually
really
going to
are.
go down. Where can I pick up a jersey?
Ooh.
They're all over the place. They
Because
have their
Dad is a huge soccer fan,
Is
and I
he?
need for
They
Christmas.
have
I
the-
need gift ideas.
They have
like
the
that.
team
Scarf,
store,
the
which is at Broadway and 19th.
Oh.
So not too far from our facility
down
is
the
where
street.
their
Really close,
headquarters
yeah.
are. And then you can get gear here and there online or whatever. But their team store is downtown.
Really? Okay, I'm Googling the location,
Yeah.
and I'm going there after here. Very cool. Thank
Good
you
luck.
all. Great.
Okay,
I know
good
you're
luck.
going off to a
On
story
my
right
next
now.
assignment. All right.
So
Good
do
luck
you
with the
think-
rest of the
will.
view. Okay.
I wonder if the view, that was cute.
Yeah.
I
Thank
got
you.
it.
every day.
I love it.
I like how he walks away, then he calls it the view,
They should
right?
ask us to pick colors for the new team. I would want to pick.
I feel like
But
they
would
want to
they
keep it
remain the same?
though. Yeah, exactly.
Well, what are the colors? Oh, they're there.
It's the well, they want everyone today, by the way. If you're watching this and you have not left the house yet, or maybe you're in a different city and you want to rep Sacramento, they're asking everyone to wear the Sac Republic red
Yes.
to work, to school, and to support. No,
You are in the red, and
I
we
know,
just totally
no,
forgot.
no,
We
this
just
is not the
forgot,
Sac
honestly.
Republic red, though. It's more of like this
Maroon,
crimson,
crimson.
USC.
Yes.
Right on,
Oh,
right,
here
that's
we
right.
Okay, that's
Anytime she can loop it back to them.
which she does.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
she
yeah.
does.
Which I do.
Seamlessly.
God, so annoying.
Okay.
Actually, I
that
love it.
girl. Okay,
Okay, last